Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to go over some of the principles in how to win friends and influence people. Here we go. So I read this book maybe a little while ago, and if you're in sales, if you're into personal growth and development, if you listen to podcasts, you might have heard this book being referenced before. It's honestly really good. I highly recommend. I'm going to go over some of the principles that are taught about in this book. Now for me, I don't think it's necessarily to win friends and influence people exactly. To me, it's more of how to be respectful, polite, to where people really like you and remember you. And I think that's key, especially when you're networking with other people. You don't want to say something that might rub someone the wrong way, or maybe it's something that you do say that they remember you for, which again I think is really important. So the first principle is do not complain, condemn, or criticize. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. No one likes a complainer. No one likes when you criticize them or condemn them. In the book, it says, try to understand why someone does what they do, which I think is really important in today's world. We always want to try to understand before we judge. Principle number 2 is give honest and sincere appreciation. So it's not just saying thank you, but it's being very specific and pointing out exactly what someone did that you genuinely appreciate, even admire in someone else. So the next point is become genuinely interested in other people. So a good way to show this is make sure you're making eye contact and actually listen and repeat back what they said to you to show that you're listening. So a good way, I guess the best way that's kind of fake, that you can tell is fake, is if you ask a question and then look around and you're not really paying attention. That's like fake interested. If you're actually interested, you're making eye contact, you're blocking out any other distractions, and you're actually listening to what they're saying. And you ask more about what they're talking about. Another point is to just smile. I know it's kind of basic, but people can remember you by your smile, and it comes off as you being a more positive person. I'm going to read this one directly from the book. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest and most important sound in any language. So remember their name and say it often. Another point that I kind of talked about already is just be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Talk in terms of other people's interests. So again, it's just asking more about what they're talking about. And when you speak and tell maybe your story, make sure you include what they were talking about. This one I'm so on. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. I mean, you don't want to avoid an argument. You want to make sure that you say what you think, but in the most respectful way without putting them down. Control your temper. Look for areas of agreement. Be honest. Promise to think and contemplate your opponent's ideas and study them. Show respect for the other person's opinions and never say you're wrong. If you're wrong, admit it, and empathetically. Begin every conversation in a friendly way with a handshake, eye contact, and a smile. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Call to people's mistakes indirectly. Lead by example. Point out what you're doing and talk about it, and praise the actions that you want to see more of. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing others. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Let the other person save face. So even if we are right and the other person is definitely wrong, we're only going to destroy ego by causing someone to lose face. Basically, it means don't put someone else down just because they're wrong, and don't make them look bad in front of others. If anything, go back to pointing out something good that they said, and make sure everyone else knows it. Again, this is in a group setting. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Talk about the good example that you want to see. Obviously, make sure that you're setting it first. All right, everyone, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about us, go to gethealthier.com. That's healthier with a THYR.com. Remember, my mission is to help you live your most passion-filled and purpose-driven life so that you can help others to do the same. I'll see you in the next one.